Hi everyone, and welcome to your pick a card for this month of July. However, I'm leaving this one open-ended, so if you see it in August, September, 2021, 2022, 23 in the future, at any time, this can also apply for you. These are your messages straight from Source, the universe, God, if you're a believer. I don't judge anyone by their own belief system, your higher self, and your guides, your guardian angels, if you believe in them. So this is the message of Source, essentially, that you need to hear at this time. So if you are new to pick a cards, let me just give you a brief rundown. Essentially, I've divided all the energies into 4 piles. You can choose the one that resonates more with you. If you see number 1, 2, 3, or 4 in your mind's eye, you know which pile to go to. If you like to choose with crystals, in pile number 1, we have unicorn quartz. Pile number 2, we have green aventurine. In pile number 3, we have phosphosiderite. And in pile number 4, we have chrysocolla. So pause this video if you need to. Take deep breaths, and whichever crystal or number pops out the most to you in your mind's eye, that will be the pile for you. So without further ado, let's start with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. This is going to be your personal reading for what you need to know at this time. Messages straight from Source, your guardian angels, and your higher self. So if you chose this pile, I also chose all of these crystals intuitively. And unicorn quartz is a very, very special quartz. It has a lot of different crystals within it. So we have pink tourmaline, we have smoky quartz, lepidolite, albite, and blue tourmaline at the top. This crystal definitely has a very gentle, nurturing, and sweet energy. And it helps you connect with your higher self, your guides, guardian angels, and so forth. So let's see how this resonates with the rest of your reading. Let's start from the bottom. We have the tarot cards. We have, the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, wow. We have a very manifesting energy here. When it comes to long-term goals, long-term success, and newness that you want to see come through in your life. However, if you felt like you've been struggling, like you're waiting for the chips to fall, you're getting a little bit tired or burnt out because you feel like you're getting the same kind of runaround, like you're almost there, or you're feeling a little bit too comfortable where you are to move into the new, now's the time to just persevere, push forward, and reach those new goals, because we do have a sense of comfort here, but there is beauty in the discomfort, and there's newness to come in the discomfort, because the 9 of rods or wands is definitely a card of feeling like there's a lot of stuff coming our way, and we don't know if we can persevere. We don't know if we have to throw in the towel. We maybe feel a little bit too comfortable where we are. So this is just a gentle nudge to keep pushing forward into these new ventures that you want to see manifest, because they're here for you. They're here for the taking. You just have to be brave enough, and you have to keep at it. So don't give up is the message of the 9 of Wands specifically for you. But I do see long-term success, but only if you persevere. So then following that, we have all paths lead to home. We have inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within, higher-eth, longing for home, homesick for the stars, jump in. Oh my God, I love how this is already meshing so well. The synchronicity in your reading is astounding. Andromeda energy, adventure, say yes to change. Definitely you're feeling a little bit too comfortable. That is the message that most popped out at me, and that is what we're seeing here. And if you jump in and if you do something different, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be rewarded. If you see this image, there's a figure that's diving in to the universe, essentially the unknown, to the iris, the pupil of this eye, if you will look at it closely. So it's just telling you to go forth, and it definitely reminds me of the circular motif that we have with the Ace of Pentacles or coins in this suit. And here we have very comforting cards. So you're feeling a little bit too comfortable. Don't stay stuck, because even the comfortable things sometimes can make us feel stuck later on. You don't want to miss a coulda, woulda, shoulda moment, a different thing to try while you still can. This is an energy that invites you to push forward and to get out of your own way. In addition to that, we have destiny and strength. Definitely. You have to keep pushing forwards. Endurance is key. Stamina as well. I'm listening to a siren, and whenever I hear sirens, I definitely take it as confirmation of the messages. So we do have this need for you to hold on to your dreams, to your vision, to not let go, because strength is also a representation of Leo in traditional astrology. And Leo governs the heart. So what is it that you love, and how much do you love it? Are you ready to keep diving in, to keep jumping in, to push forward, to persevere? Because it's kind of like a test. The abundance and the newness and the new adventure is here for the taking, but it's going to test you a little bit. The universe, God, spirit, whatever it is that you believe in, is going to test how much you love it, how much you love her, him, whatever it is, however it applies for you. But we have destiny. So you are a little bit too comfortable. We have an 8 here, and 8s really remind me of the energy of the infinity symbol, a cyclical behavior, or in this case, as you can see, she's fallen asleep in this moon. So there's a little bit of we're stuck in a rut because we feel comfortable, because it feels like it's part of our comfort zone. However, if you step out of this comfort zone, you're going to be met with your true destiny, your true path in life. And that is what we want to see. It's just a test of your own endurance and how much you want to see these things materialize for you and for your light. Oh my God, I love this. I have not looked at any of these cards, and I'm always impressed by tarot and by oracle cards, no matter how long I've been doing this work for. The Explorer is this taking a chance, taking that leap of faith, jumping in, diving into the unknown, to something different. Go out, explore. If you're a person that has felt very stuck wherever it is that you are, either figuratively or physically, now it's time to move, get out, and try things that are different and new to you in all avenues. If you always take the same road home, for example, try something different. If you have always done things a certain way in your daily routine or at work or what have you, do things differently. And even in relationship, do things differently to surprise your mate. And all of these things are going to push you forward to the next level. And the area of shadow or obstacle or difficulty for you is the artificial heart. Whenever I see the artificial heart, I'm really reminded of feeling like we don't need to change because things are fine as they are. However, you have the unicorn stone here for you, the unicorn quartz. It has many names, but this is essentially saying you are very much unique. You have so many different facets to you, and you're just kind of going through the motions in life, even if they feel comfortable, even if it feels like you're winning in some way. Trust me, there's way more out there than what you are exposing yourself to thus far. And bringing in a bit of more empathy toward your own situation or your own struggles, because sometimes we're like, okay, but I'm feeling comfortable here and I don't know if I have the energy, the resources, or the wherewithal to keep pushing forward to these new beginnings or these new things that I want to see manifest. Don't let fear guide you. Don't close off your heart for these brand new endeavors. Shine, be your own unique self, because the differences and your own point of view are really what are going to set you apart from the rest of the pack. All right, pile number 1, that is the end of my reading for you. If you'd like to get an additional message for your own zodiac sign, sun, moon, and rising, I invite you to follow me over on IG, where I do 1 card pulls every single month for all the zodiac signs. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can do so by going to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video if that is something that you're interested in. And otherwise, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, and blessings, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose this pile, this is going to be the messages that you need to hear at this time. It is not contingent on any specific month or year. Whenever it is that you click on this video, this is going to apply for you. And if you chose this pile, I also chose these crystals intuitively. This is green adventurine here. It's a great, wonderful stone for many, many uses. I personally love it for increase in wealth, prosperity, and feeling confident and stimulating your energy, your mind, your body, your spirit. It's a very energetic stone, and I definitely encourage anyone to use it for healing of the body and for stimulating confidence and willpower. So we'll see how this connects with the rest of your reading. Let's start from the bottom here. With the tarot, we have the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Rods or Wands, and the Ace of Swords. All right, so we have an energy here of looking back at the past for you. It's going to be crucial for you to look at the past, communicate with something that maybe there were things that were left unsaid for pile number 2 that need to be wrapped up, because this is a pacing card, but it's also a card of swiftness with communication, looking back at the past. So for you guys to move forward in a brand new direction, you have to heal something in the past, or you have to go back and maybe right some wrongs for some of you, or just be connecting with people from the past that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. You know, sometimes life happens, and we have not reached out to certain people that were very meaningful or important to us. Or for some of you, this is, for example, in the work sphere, making sure that you revise something in the past, or you learn from something in the past that kind of felt like could have, would have, should have energy, and taking control of it with your not only actions but also your words. So words are going to be key and crucial for you so that you can shatter the either illusion of the past, because sometimes we can tend to idolize the past. We oftentimes think of the best things that happened with a specific situation or a person or bond or what have you. So now's the time to get clear in that respect. So having the confidence to look back at what maybe felt like wasn't tied up completely in a nice pretty bow. So it's kind of like tying up loose ends energy, what I'm getting. And interestingly enough, one of the meanings or properties, healing properties of green adventuring is doing past life work. So for some of you that are doing that, this is definitely encouraging you, maybe doing some regression therapy if that is of interest to you, if you believe in past lives, or maybe just healing something from a person in this lifetime that maybe you felt like things were unsaid. Too many things were left unsaid between the two of you. Now, additionally, we have the Cosmic Heart Devotion Potency. Make your life a moving prayer. We have Breath of the Cosmos, My Will to Thy Will, Micromanaging the Universe. And we have Karmic Relationships. Oh my God. Oracle decks and tarot always makes me smile. I love how these resonate. I pulled all of these intuitively, and I love the synchronicity in your reading. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So definitely there was conflict in the past. Something that felt very faded, a person that you just can't get over for whatever reason. Maybe you have moved on, but have you actually moved on really if it really still feels like things were unsaid? Because personally, I'm the kind of person that tries to operate from a point of I need to absolutely say everything that I think at this point in time so that I never feel like things were left unsaid. So even if I feel too vulnerable or rejected at the time, it's so much easier to move on for me because I've done absolutely everything that I could and said everything that I needed to say. So for some of you, I do feel like it's either you or a person coming to you that needs to say these things to you. But for the majority of you, I am sensing this need to communicate what's in your heart or how much this person meant to you, or maybe making amends, because this is fated. The universe here is trying to get you to learn from this. Otherwise, this is going to keep manifesting in either other relationships. There's just an energy here for some of you that you met someone that was fated, that taught you so much about love, true love, what it means to give, what it means to receive, but some of you weren't ready. I feel like this person burns either really bright or maybe you burn too bright and they're coming to you. The message, like I said, could be coming to you. But for the majority of the people that chose pile number 2, I do feel like there's just something that you need to do, karma that you need to clear, because this person still lives in the deep recesses of your soul. And it's just very profound. It's a profound bond that we see here. These are karmic ties. This is a card of karma. This is a card of karma. And we have 2 cards relating to the cosmos. The cosmos is source, life force energy, or God energy if you are a believer. So definitely there is a sense of having to heal something. And this could be the last chance that you get to say what it is that you need to say to this person. So the cards are suggesting that you are vulnerable, that you try to mend rights, or this is going to keep happening to you in this lifetime or in other lifetimes with other people in other situations to get you to learn what you need to learn. So why not just take the plunge and revisit what you need to and do that kind of like regression. And that's like the message with the green adventuring here. And additionally, we have, oh my God, safe travel and true love come to me. So yes, you have to travel back in time or revisit something in the past, right or wrong, because there's still love here. You still love this person. There's a sense of awe for what this person did for you, or how much they loved you, or how much they saw the potential in you, and maybe you didn't see the potential in them at that time. This is not gonna be true for absolutely everybody, but I do feel like this was a soulmate to you. I'm really not a believer in twin flames and all that jazz, but I do feel like no matter what, you will always love this person. Even if they're not in your life, even if you guys can't come back together, I feel like this person has moved on, and it's going to teach you a lesson of unconditional love, because at one point this person did give you that, and there's kind of like an honoring that needs to happen. So it's either coming to you or you are directing it to somebody else, but it's kind of like you called for your soulmate, or you're asking the universe to bring you your soulmate, and the universe is like, we already did, and you rejected it. You fled the scene. You didn't feel ready. You didn't feel ready, and they were ready, and there was a separation here with the Ace of Swords. But it's kind of having to revisit, and there's a little bit of fear involved for you, or for the person that's coming to you, if it is coming externally to you. But I mean, if it's coming to you, I mean, it was kind of their loss, because this could have been a really beautiful union, but they just didn't see it for whatever reason. They weren't ready because they hadn't done the inner work, the deep shadow work that was necessary. And additionally, we have, okay, ask body. So sometimes we feel like, okay, I really jive with a person, we connect and everything, and it's mostly physical, and it feels like When you're together, it's beautiful. It could be a lot of chemistry, sexual chemistry, and we think it was just that, but there's still a tie that binds you. I am a firm believer that the people that we have intimacy with, especially physical intimacy with, we still have ties with these people, unless you've done some cord cutting. And for some of you, that's going to be very key and necessary if you feel like you can't revisit the past because they're either no longer in this living earthly plane or because they've already rejected you. But Ask Body does say, like, you need to use your words and you need to recognize that there's still ties that bind you, and it is coming from the higher plane. So there is kind of like an intermeshing here of spirit, of souls, that goes way deeper than the physical plane. And I feel like a lot of you haven't realized just how deep this bond is or was to you. And the dark energy, it's the Is This Me card, and it's asking to do the inner work of how it is that you failed this person or failed a situation or where you went wrong. Even if you felt like the other person did some things that weren't completely perfect, I do feel like for the great majority of pile number 2, you guys kind of dropped the ball on this one, and you're being called to recognize the error of your ways so that you don't have to revisit this situation again in a different way, like I was saying earlier. Because it is calling for you to see yourself for who you truly were with this person. It's a very deep and profound reading. I was not expecting this to go this way. But if you and this person or situation or whatever this is, however this resonates, can really come from a place of humility, of vulnerability, and true honesty, I feel like you guys can come to a peaceful resolution. Some of you might even be destined to be together if this person forgives you, or if you're the one that's doing the forgiveness. Because I do feel like it's time to be vulnerable and to do some self-reflection and to recognize, damn it, I really dropped the ball on this one. I let this person down in this way. I let myself down in this way. These are kind of the things that I'm really getting at, but it's deep, profound work. All right, pile number 2, that is the end of my reading. I'm wishing you lots of luck with the situation. Let me know in the comments below how this is resonating for you, and if you'd like an additional message for your astrological sign, sun, moon, and rising, I invite you to follow me over on IG, where I do a 1 card pull every single month for all the zodiac signs. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can do so by heading to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video if that is of interest to you. And otherwise, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, and blessings, and lots of luck revisiting something from the past. I do see a lot of healing and deepening of love and appreciation for something from the past in a person that is still in your heart, or a situation. It could also be a thing. All right, pile number 2, take care. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose this pile, this is going to be the messages that you need to hear from your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels, the universe, life source, or God if you're a believer. I don't judge anyone by their own personal belief system. And if you chose this gorgeous stone, phosphosiderite is one of my favorite stones. It's very soothing, very calming. It definitely helps eliminate stress. If you're ever stressed out, just carry one of these. You can have a little pocket stone or meditate with it. It really helps you relax, and it brings about a lot of self-love, like a very gentle, loving, and compassionate energy. And it's also really great for working with spiritual awakening or enhancing our psychic gifts, our own connection with Source, with our own spirituality. All right, let's start off with the bottom pile. We have the 8 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, And the Two of Cups. Okay. All right. So we're seeing a person from the past return. If you also chose, because sometimes I get people that choose two piles at the same time. If you chose pile number 2, this kind of goes in tandem. This could be for the other person, the person that's appearing in your life, because I do see someone that you either released, you let go, and there's kind of like a rebirth with this person. There's a second chance at love here. It's a little bit different from the reading previous to this one, because the other one was talking more about karma and having to right a wrong. And this one's just kind of like, well, we thought we let something go. It could be a person. It could also just be a situation to you, like a job. For example, it could be like a missing object, a piece of jewelry, something that you thought was no longer for you, but it's coming back. It's coming back at this time, and you need to be open to it, because if you are, I'm seeing a lot of opportunity for long-term growth and balance, healing, love, and it really connects beautifully with this sense of bringing about that love energy into our lives and helping us deepen our bonds with someone, because this was a very deep bond that I'm seeing here. 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands. And this is someone that you guys are meant to be doing something with this person in this life. Wow. I did not foresee this one going this way. This is definitely an opportunity to revisit something for a lot of you from the past, something that you thought was doomed, something that you're like, maybe you experienced a rejection of some sort, but then there's kind of like the ability to make it solid again. What we once thought we had to release, what we had to cleanse, comes back to be revisited in a whole new way, a deeper way. It's very beautiful as well for our own spiritual awakening, which is what we got with Phosphocita right here. This literally says soul's journey, and sometimes with the 8 of Cups is the sense of having to detach from people, situations, and go inward, because we're either going through it or we are deepening our own spiritual practice. And I do see you being elevated when it comes to matters of spirituality. So for example, if you started doing a Reiki practice, I do see you guys going and leveling up, either Reiki or anything to do with energy healing work, even doing tarot or oracle or what have you. I do see you deepening something when it comes to your own connection with spirit, with source. And additionally, we have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. We have perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. And we have I'm sorry. Defenselessness. Righting past wrongs. Uprooting. Definitely something is coming back. You're getting an apology. Pile number 2 was apologizing to someone, and you guys are getting an apology. This person just didn't see things from your own perspective, but they're finally gonna drop the narcissism. It's not necessarily narcissistic, but they were just seeing things from their own perspective, their own limited vision. They had a little bit of tunnel vision, but then they're gonna recognize that you guys are more connected than the two of you thought. There's a sense of atonement here with I'm sorry. And the Star Family, this could even be familial bonds in this life, but also Star Family talks about the family that we have incarnated for many, many lifetimes, and we have shared many lifetimes with these people. So you're going to be seeing something that you let go, that you released in a different way. And for a lot of you, there's definitely someone's atoning for something, because they recognize that you are more important than they gave you credit for. Wow. Wow. It's very, very juicy. And then we have Good Cheer. With kind heart and humor, free, may good cheer rule, so mote it be. And then we have imagination. All right, so definitely, you're kind of like a muse for this person. Whoever it is that's coming back or whatever situation it is, you are the person that's like driving their imagination, or your own imagination is going to keep leveling up because of this situation. Either the situation or with a person, if this is with a specific person to you. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be romantic. I don't want to just push the romantic agenda. I know that's very popular on YouTube, but I see lives a little bit more complex than just romantic love. So I do want to open up a little bit of space for that. So if it was a job that they were like, yeah, you know, we're going to cut you because we don't really need you. And they're going to come back and be like, oh, no, we did need you. And they're going to recognize how imaginative and inventive you are. But if this was a friend to you, they're like, you know, cut you loose because they were living their best life, or they thought that they didn't need you. And then they're going to be like, oh, crap, I've been kind of lost without you. There's a void in my life without you. And they have nothing but good intentions. This person, whoever's coming back to you, if it is a person or a situation or a job or whatever, it wasn't because they had bad intentions. It was because they were too focused on themselves. So they're coming back and recognizing, okay, I just want to celebrate you. I'm going to make it up to you. They're going to make it up to you. Pile number 3. We have take risks. So this is a risk. Letting them back in, going back to what you let go, is a risk more for you than it is for them. You have a lot more to lose than they do. So the choice is going to be up to you. Tarot, oracle cards, they never decide for us. Tarot and oracle are just tools to help you see from a more objective plane what the situation actually is. So it's up to you to say, hey, I'm welcoming you back with open arms, or I'm welcoming you back from a safe distance, or I'm just going to forgive you and I'm going to let it be. If you feel like you perhaps didn't close up that chapter, if perhaps it felt like you needed closure, you're going to get it at this time, or they want to give it to you. And the area of difficulty is sacrifice. So you're going to have to let go of the need to be right, the armor. If you see this person is ready for a battle, and you're going to have to disarm yourself in order to let this person situation back in. You're going to make it a little bit hard for this person or situation. For the great majority of you are going to be like, yeah, you're sorry. Okay. And hey, some people deserve it. Some people really do deserve it. And they have to come in very vulnerable, or you're not going to let them back in. If they think that they're just going to come in with good cheer and just going to be all hunky-dory, no. This person needs to do the work. If they don't, you're going to have to sacrifice this opportunity. So the sacrifice is either you having to let your armor down, or sacrifice this person because even if they say they're sorry, it's too little too late. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes people need to learn that sometimes you can't right a wrong. Sometimes it is what it is. And sometimes the moment has passed. So you definitely that's definitely valid. But it's going to be up to you to let it go. For the majority of you, I just don't really see you needing the sorry. I feel like they need to say sorry to you. And if they don't say sorry and they're just showing up with good cheer and pretending like everything's going to be fine, you're going to sacrifice them. It's not going to be a risk worth taking. So definitely keep an eye on how it is that they approach you. If it is very vulnerable and recognizing where it is that they went wrong, then perhaps the I'm sorry can definitely be mended. There's an opportunity for you guys to mend fences at this time if that is of interest to you. If you've already healed the situation and this is more their own projection, you can definitely choose not to take the risk. and choose to sacrifice this. Because some of you are like, this is very risky. This person is very risky. There's a naivete attached to this person, whoever, or situation, whoever, or however it resonates for you. All right, pile number 3, that is the end of my reading for you. If you would like to get an additional message for your zodiac signs, sun, moon, or rising, I invite you to follow me on IG, where I do a 1-card pull for all the zodiac signs every single month. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can do so by going to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video if that is of interest to you. And otherwise, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, and blessings. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Pile number 3. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 4. If you chose this pile, this is going to be the messages that you need to hear at this time from your higher self, your guides, your guardian angels, source, the universe, or God if you're a believer. I don't judge anyone by their own personal belief systems, but it's just the message that you need to hear at this time. I am doing this in the month of July 2021, but whenever it is that you stumble onto this, this is going to apply for you, for your situation. I chose these crystals intuitively, and here we have beautiful chrysocolla. It's one of my favorite stones. It is a great stone for communication, for improving psychic abilities, psychic visions, and it helps clear out any guilt or pain or heartache that we may have. So let's see how that connects with the rest of your reading. And let's pull from the tarot deck. First, we have the Hierophant, we have the Queen of Swords, okay, and we have the King of Rods or Wands. Okay, so you guys are definitely needing to communicate what it is that you need from your long-term relationships. This could be in family, if you are married or you have a connection that is long-term, a friendship as well. You need to communicate your needs a little bit better. You need to be the leader at this time. I feel like a lot of people are just pulling at you, telling you what to do, and that's not gonna jive anymore. The Queen of Swords is a great communicator, a great leader, and kind of steps out of the box. If there have been people that have put you in a box, that's not gonna resonate with you anymore. The King of Wands likes to lead. The King of Wands is also a very creative card. So if you felt like you have been stuck in a bit of a rut, whatever it is at work or with your relationship, with your daily habits, now is the time to do things differently. The King of Wands says to honor your creativity, to honor what it is that you do, to honor your ideas, to do things where it really calls to your heart. So not just doing things because they make a logical sense, but marrying the two. So being very clear with your communication style, with what it is that you want, but then having the stamina and the wherewithal to manifest it and see it to fruition. This is a very manifesting energy, Queen, King, and the Hierophant. I am seeing the ability for some of you to potentially give birth, either fertility, literal fertility, becoming a parent, or it can also just be taking your current project or relationship or friendship, whatever it is for you, to a deeper, more profound level with the Hierophant. The Hierophant always asks for commitment wherever we see it. And in this case, it's making sure that whatever it is that you say or whatever it is that other people say to you, you hold them to their word. So communication definitely being very highlighted here. And with the King of Wands energy is people kind of can't tell you what to do anymore. You're going to be forging in your own path and doing things in a very different and surprising way. And additionally, we have the You're Not For Everyone. We have Deep Cellular Healing and Cracked Open. So yeah, you're cracking open walls, you're cracking open limitations. Maybe I'm also getting a little bit of a perfectionistic side or people-pleasing energy to you guys, pile number 4, and you have to heal that. This is a very healing energy that is calling for you to recognize that you're not going to be for everybody. There's always going to be an expert without credential. Like, just look around on YouTube. There's always a person that's going to give something a thumbs down. Personally, if I don't like something, I just hit next. I don't have the low frequency and the hate in my heart to put that kind of vibration out there to someone who's doing the best that they can. And just recognizing that, like, you're not going to be able to please everyone. This people pleasing energy is going on really, really fast. It's now time to just do things and honor what it is that you want, how it is that you want to achieve it, how it is that you want to manifest it, and take the driver's seat. Additionally, we have prosperity and knowledge. You're very capable. Pile number 4, you guys have what it takes. Don't let either your own fears or people get in your head. Don't listen to the noise. And if it is an internal noise, you have to do that kind of shadow work, because you have everything at your disposal to be successful. I see it in the cards. But I do see that you're either listening to other people's projection, other people's limiting beliefs, because the Hierophant can box us, put us in this neat little compact area where you could be way more than what you give yourself credit for, or what other people think that you can do. You're way more capable. I see that you're very knowledgeable, and once you recognize and do this kind of work, I see prosperity. I see you guys winning. So what are you waiting for? Now's the time. Additionally, we have the Sage. Oh my God. Sage, you guys are so knowledgeable. You have appeared as a king and a queen, irrespective of your gender, because especially in general readings, but I personally believe that we all have a masculine and feminine side to our personality, a yin and a yang, positive, negative, light and shade. And I do see that you have everything. You have everything to be successful. You just got to get out of your own way, or the little box that society or your family or your friends or your partner or yourself have put yourselves in. It's time to do that kind of work and release it. This is going to be the shadow energy we have today for tomorrow. So you're going to have to sacrifice something. Something needs to be gone. It's either the people that are in your ear telling you that you're not good enough. Perhaps you've been following people on social media that make you feel bad about yourself. It's time to do that kind of purge. Purge it, let it go, because it's only weighing you down and it's kind of blocking your prosperity from coming to you. Reclaim it. It's a very empowering spread. If you needed to know if you were on the right path, you are, only if you're honoring what you really desire, what you really love. If you are tending to your creativity. That's essentially what I'm seeing here. Because Today for Tomorrow talks about a sacrifice. Something needs to go. Something needs to be healed. You have to recognize that. I mean, maybe if you have a lot of negative self-talk, that's something that needs to go. Because I'm seeing you guys being very perfectionistic. I'm getting a lot of Virgo energy from you guys. And Virgo is a very capable sign, but they can be very tough on themselves because they're looking for perfection. And sometimes there's beauty in the imperfection. The Sage. You guys know that you are it. So just own it. Own it. You are the ish. All right, pile number 4, that is the end of my reading for you. If you'd like an additional message for your zodiac sign, sun, moon, or rising, I invite you to follow me over on IG, where I do a 1-card pull every single month for all the zodiac signs. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can do so by heading over to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video if that is of interest to you. Otherwise, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, and blessings, and I hope to see you next time. Take care, pile number 4. Bye.